Shruti, your assessment of what's happening at this point in time. What I like, what the silver lining for us is that there is more of looking inwards now and in other directions as compared to what India was trying to do, say perhaps 6 months ago. Do you think that this back and forth that is taking place between the Americans and the Indians, and of course the rest of the world as well, is pushing a new world order which is going to accelerate India's growth perhaps even faster? There was a report that I was reading that India will become the second largest economy by 2038, and that is faster, in fact, more expedited than the timeline that we had in our minds.
You're absolutely right, Vineet. Greetings to everybody on the panel as well as your viewers. I firmly feel that the 2047 plan would probably be accomplished by 2038 if we do adapt very successfully and go forth with the Swadesi 2.0 model that is now being pushed towards us as a nation as a consequence of Trump's tariff tantrums. So this is exactly what it is. The tariffs are a tantrum that he uses to bully the weaker nations into agreeing to his policies on his terms. And the terms, mind you, are not always pro-US. They are sometimes pro-Trump and his cronies. So these are very few important points that we need to consider when we say we have not agreed to any tariffs or trade deals that Trump is trying to push down our throat. We are trying to ensure that the economy as a whole continues to flourish. When we achieve these goals, it is not when we've achieved the fourth largest economy, when we've shown our success in Operation Sindoor, when we've shown our devil-may-care attitude when tariffs are threatened and then held back and then threatened again, this shows US that India knows exactly what we are. So the world order has already changed. It is just that the world is now able to witness it openly while we deal with bullies like Trump and his advisors. When they come out with larger statements like this is Modi's war, I would not be surprised if they turn around and say the Gazan war is also Modi's war and any other war in any part of the world is Modi's problem, because somehow India is doing trade with those nations. If that comes to be, then the US is the largest warmongering nation, because whether they want to or not, they are supplying arms to every nation that is at war right now. This is more of Trump's war now and before that Biden's war than it was ever Modi's war. Buying 35% of Russian oil is negligible compared to the 47. What they have not been able to address very correctly is that the Chinese are buying 47%, but they have their jugular vein in their hand, which is the rare earth elements and the rare earth magnets, and because of which the Trump administration had to take the knee and roll back those tariffs and sit down and say, okay, maybe a 90-day, stepping back period, cooling off period is required, and they had asked all Chinese to exit, and now they're welcoming back Chinese, 600,000 Chinese students. So you see the mixed messaging. Somebody is playing some other backdoor economics policies, and somebody is whispering really wonderful whispers into Trump administration's ears, and that is why this is going back and forth. When we say we do not want this, I hope that the nation recognizes the need for Swadesi 2.0 and we go forth with whatever economic reforms, production reforms, manufacturing, labor laws, all of these things as a nation together to grow and accept this difficult challenge while we try and negate all the and offset all the other kind of losses we take as a consequence of these bullying tactics by Trump himself.
Absolutely right.